Hello! Welcome to Grammar Listening, lesson number 9. The level of this practice drill is B1, early intermediate. And today's grammar is past progressive. Were they doing? They were doing. And today's movie features Japanese culture. The lesson drills include 10 questions and 10 answers. Let's move on to the next slide and begin the practice. Number 1. Were the Japanese people making clay pots in 1000 BC? Yes, they were. They were making pots, which had a stylized rope design on them, in 1000 BC. So that means that they were gathering foodstuffs, and were storing them, for long periods. Next slide, please. Number 2. Were the Japanese people growing rice in 500 AD? Yes, they were. They were growing rice in 500 AD, and since then, it has been one of their most important foods. As rice farming was producing large harvests, many people could live in permanent villages. Next slide, please. Number 3. Were the Japanese people writing with Chinese characters by 800 AD? Yes, they were. They were writing with Chinese characters by 800 AD. Around that time, the government became centralized in Kyoto, which was the capital for 1000 years. Next slide, please. Number 4. Were the Japanese people practicing Buddhism by 650 AD? Yes, they were. They were practicing Buddhism by 650 AD, although Shinto beliefs remained important as well. During that period, many temples were being built throughout the country. Next slide, please. Number 5. Were Japanese nobles wearing silk clothing in 950 AD? Yes, they were. Japanese nobles were wearing silk clothing in 950 AD. Colorful robes showed a person's rank and status. Therefore, wealthy people often wore it at court. Next slide, please. Number 6. Were Japanese farmers growing potatoes in 1300 AD? No, they weren't. They weren't growing potatoes in 1300 AD, because potatoes came from the Americas in 1500. Therefore, farmers were mainly growing crops, such as rice, millet, and barley. Next slide, please. Number 7. Were Japanese blacksmiths making steel weapons in 900 AD? Yes, they were. Japanese blacksmiths were making steel weapons in 900 AD. Skilled craftsmen were producing strong swords and tools. Next slide, please. Number 8. Were the Japanese people using ships for trade in 700 AD? Yes, they were. They were using ships for trade in 700 AD. Since traveling by sea was often faster than traveling by land, merchants could exchange products more easily. Next slide, please. Number 9. Were the Japanese people drinking coffee in 950 AD? No, they weren't. They weren't drinking coffee in 950 AD, because coffee had not yet been introduced to Japan. Instead, people drank water, tea, and other traditional beverages. Next slide, please. Number 10. Were Japanese people engaging with China in 1000 AD? Yes, they were. They were engaging with China in 1000 AD. Diplomatic missions were traveling regularly between the two nations. They discussed art, architecture, philosophy, religion, and politics. That completes our 10 drills. Let's go to the goodbye slide. So, today, we listened to this pattern. Were they doing? And they were doing. Let us know if the lesson was useful in the comments. And please like and subscribe. Bye for now.